So let's talk about Spider-Man. The MCU's version of Peter Parker is entering a completely new phase of his life. For 3 films, we've had the incredible Zendaya as MJ, and Jacob Batalon as Ned Leeds, his guy in the chair. But then, Spider-Man. No Way Home happened. That spell wiped him from their memories. It's tragic. And also, creatively, a wide-open, clean slate. Marvel has a golden opportunity to introduce iconic Spider-Man figures from the comics. I've narrowed it down to 7 key players, legends who could redefine Peter's story. Today we break down who they are, why they're important, and how they could fit into Spider-Man 4 and beyond. If you like this kind of breakdown, like, comment, and subscribe, and it really helps the channel. First up, Gwen Stacy. We've seen her before on film, and audiences remember her story vividly. The MCU can do something different. A Gwen who's Peter's intellectual equal at Empire State. She can be brilliant, whip-smart, and a confidant who solves problems, not just a love interest. The MCU should plant seeds for Spider-Gwen, but avoid stepping on the Spider-Verse movies. Imagine her analyzing a new villain's tech and figuring out what Peter misses. It wouldn't replace MJ. It would enrich Peter's world with a different kind of relationship. A modern, empowering Gwen is a story worth telling. Next, Uncle Ben, the man defined by his absence. If you enjoyed this chapter, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. This one's about a character whose presence has been defined by his absence. Uncle Ben, an implied influence in the MCU not shown. We don't need a full origin retold. Instead, a brief, beautifully crafted memory. Give him a face. Powerful actors like Timothy Olyphant or John Hamm could deliver the iconic line. Even a short flashback recontextualizes Peter's choices and anchors his moral compass. It becomes an emotional anchor for both Peter and the audience. Up next, a femme fatale who complicates everything. Black Cat. If we want drama, bring in Felicia Hardy, Black Cat. She's a master thief, an anti-hero in a moral gray area. Their dynamic is electric, a mix of flirtation and danger. She's fascinated with the mask, the idea of the hero. For a Peter who's just lost everyone, a life without rules is tempting. Introducing her wouldn't replace MJ. It forces Peter to confront his loneliness and ethics. Their battles could be as much a dance as a fight. Witty, dangerous, mature. Fans would be all over a Black Cat introduction. Next, a steady moral voice at the Bugle. Robbie Robertson. Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. The Bugle has become sensationalist. It's missing a conscience. Enter Robbie Robertson, the calm, veteran editor who balances Jonah's rage. With Peter needing work, he could gravitate back toward the Bugle, and Robbie could see the truth in his photos. Robbie could be a mentor, a voice of journalistic integrity quietly helping Spider-Man. That newsroom subplot becomes real drama, not just a running gag. Coming up, a tactical mercenary who changes the street-level stakes. Silver Sable. New York streets have a power vacuum, perfect for a mercenary like Silver Sable. Silver Sablinova, a professional, not an ideologue. Leader of the Wild Pack with a private army and state-of-the-art tech. She would hunt with surveillance, strategy, and overwhelming force. This becomes a cat-and-mouse game across the city, one Peter can't win with a punch. Maybe they're after the same target, forced teamwork under tension. Next, a revelation that could upend Peter's family ties. Teresa Parker. This is a deep cut. Peter might have a sister, Teresa Parker, raised in secret, separated from Peter, later recruited as a spy. She grows into a SHIELD, D.-style operative, trained, morally ambiguous. Their reunion wouldn't be warm, suspicious, secret-laden, and emotionally explosive. This could reconnect Spider-Man to dormant spy elements, Winter Soldier threads or Valentina's network. It drags Peter out of street-level fights into a spy thriller he's unprepared for. Finally, the man who can fix a suit, Zelinsky. At the end of No Way Home, Peter sewed his own suit. Practical, emotional. Tony's gone. Who maintains and upgrades Peter's gear now? Zelinsky. an old-school Manhattan tailor who makes costumes for heroes and villains. He knows performance fabrics, ballistics, and how to design functional, iconic suits. He's a quirky, grandfatherly mentor who grounds Peter back in street-level charm. A small shop solves a big logistical problem and adds heart. Those are my 7 picks. Now, what's next for the wall crawler? So there you have it. 7 characters who could and should play a major role in Spider-Man's MCU future. Who do you think is most essential next? Drop your pick in the comments. I want to know. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit like, share it with friends, and subscribe so you don't miss future deep dives. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.